Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit up Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a locomost easty, no mistake in the station. They making them statements, we waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box, we never put feelings over facts. Pay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit up Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards. We all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies. Facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit up Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
Overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SBI
Can't get close to me.
folks, they all cost though.
They mad cause they can't be. Everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
Okay, we right black at it in the black box. Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude. We don't panic. We don't stress. We don't get mad. We get money. See what a little bit of effort can do in the troubleshooting department. I did kind of throw the rhythm off the way we typically flow. And even though we realize that, we refuse to let that show. Oh, mama. It's the Wake and Bake Show with VJ Keyway. Enclave is the word of the day. Enclave, let me see. An enclave is an area inhabited by people who are different in some way from the people in the surrounding areas. The district includes an enclave in which students of the university reside. An enclave. Heard that word all my life. It's they've adopted that word for a title of I think it's like an Oldsmobile crossover. I always kind of liked the style of those Enclave, but I've never really knew what an Enclave was. I'm not sure of the exact way to pronounce her name, Miss Shabazz, Malcolm X's daughter, but I have become aware that she passed. So you see her name in the title, we want to say rest in peace to her. Seems like it's always a report of somebody passing constantly. But it's ironic that her father's name was heavy in the news recently based on the exoneration of some of the people that have been accused of killing her father all these years. And they say that Malikah Shabazz, rest in peace, sister. I say, I just wonder if, in the greater grand scheme of things, spiritual life things, if one incident, they say there was no suspicious circumstances thus far that they can see connected to her death. I think they said she was found in her apartment by her son. That gotta be a cold thing to find your mama in that condition. On a deeper level, I saw a show the other day. These was white folks though, but it was a dude who killed his wife in front of like their 3-year-old son. The 3-year-old son like drew a picture like kind of depicting what had happened, put a gun in his mommy hand and all that, in his daddy hand, and showed mommy all that. But for 12 years or better, the man escaped. I think it may end up got to 20 years. He escaped going to jail and all that. He was ducked off. And throughout the whole scenario, when they couldn't get him to they couldn't press charges on cuz her family did like one of them civil suits, and they found a judgment against him, found him responsible for her death type shit. So in the judgment, the little boy got the home that the family owned and some insurance from his mom, all that. Long story short, the little boy, now a young man, he living in the house. He ain't thinking nothing. He goes to do some renovation to the home and to the landscape and get to digging up the backyard and discovers his mother's remains that his father had buried on the property way back then. The detective was part of the documentary that worked the case. So he was saying, how he felt responsible for missing her because he had searched the property personally, physically, along with his crew, and he couldn't believe how long he worked on this case, how connected he was to it. But I actually saw the young white dude be questioned, and they asking him, like, do you remember your mom from back in the day, like when she was alive? They like, no, I don't have no memory. So the next question was, so the only real memory you have of seeing your mama is when you were holding her skull in your hand. He was like, yep. And then he explained how the portions of her eye sockets that were still there, like, but I know it's like two totally separate scenarios, but I had just learned of it recently, and I just find it interesting, horrific, horrible, that if so, Miss Shabazz was found by her son. It has to be a terrible thing to like walk in a room and expect to see your mother the way you saw her last time you saw her, and yet she's not alive. So I just want to say rest in peace to not only Malcolm X, the one brother that received an exoneration too late because he's already passed, and say rest in peace to his daughter. So much announcement of death all the time these days. It's like crazy. But then as much as you think it's crazy, it just reminds us that the whole process of everything, death is an equal a part of life as living is. It's like so much a part of it. It's the only part of life that's guaranteed. Right? Some people would do this, some people would do that, some people would experience this, some people would experience that. And all that's random and unique to each personal experience. However, everybody is going to die. If you live long enough, you're going to have to learn to deal with death while you're alive, as far as the death of loved ones and people that you're concerned of. And it's like the paradox of things, but it just also brings to thought to me when we say we love life. It's like, if death is extremely attached element to the whole life, and you have to find your way of loving it all, the whole process, then in fact and indeed are we challenged to also find a love for death. I know tragic deaths, unexpected, people who are younger than an age season are probably also always going to have an effect on us, unless they were like really inflicted with some type of suffering and then there's some relief involved. But when someone gets to live up in years and then the quality of their life decreases to the point where they're just holding on, you also naturally see the relief in them being allowed to die. I don't know why it's set up like that though. Like when you think of the magnitude of everything, of how, thank you Meg, of how infinite the limits really are of the universe and this whole shit, the time, how time really seems to be timeless, like time doesn't actually exist. When you say universe, you really limiting your understanding of what's going on, because the more it's probably more probable that it's a multiverse versus a universe. And then you compare the small amount of time, which is typically within 100 years total, which typically is considerably less than 100 years that we are allowed to be alive, and the impact that has on the whole grand scheme of things. I don't know. It's just the thoughts that be going through my head. And guess what? For the last couple of days, I've been getting down right. To those that know, I'm just talking to the good guys. Don't tell nobody. But no chocolate. Remember, it was a chocolate. The first time y'all seen me, I had to get up out of here because it was giggly. But it's the real deal now. But it ain't no chocolate in it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, cuz, but got to love life as much as we can. Oh, my mama.
Yes, sir. One more gizzle. SP out of the rider, was blinded by the street grinding. Never mind the homework, never had a double up. I hustled up my own work. And to this day, I've been getting it with no help. There's no better feeling than depending on your own self. Money talk, you better listen when that paper speak. Mistake the streets for sweet, white sheets, they play for keeps. A father first, ex-felon trying to feed his seeds. I'm compensated for the fact I chose to keep it G. Stuck to the script all the while watching weenies win. I'm a child of God, but every day I seem to sin. Your reputation be the reason that they shoot you down. Judging from my past, but I'm living in the future now. Dollars addictive, gotta have my daily dose. Multiple hustles, I focus on what pay me most. Fear no man, he breathe like me, he can bleed. But we can leave that beef behind and breathe some peace, I believe.
I'm just preparing for my future life, cause my mama ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas. I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it, so I live it how I get it.
I'll probably get no awards, no mention on the leaderboards. But take me to war, I promise you gon' need the Lord. Worldwide traveler, Los Angeles to Singapore. Sure, I can show her things she never seen before. Bump the horn and knock down the walls of Jericho. We pay them no mind, the laws call us terrible. Delilah had Samson, Eve made Adam fall. I ended up with none, y'all, trying to have them all. I go and get it, ain't with it, trying to wait it out. I laid it out, contemplated it, and weighed it out. Touched $1 million in my trap before I played it out. Faded out before they came and raided. Yep, I made it out. Tell them follow my footsteps, already laid the route. Nothing fake about me, no faith, who are they to doubt? Play me close, I'm supposed to pop that derriere. Promote the peace, but I take my pistol everywhere.
I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas. I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it,
Y'all
so I
seen it.
live it how I get it.
Y'all seen it, seemed like Satan threw everything he had at me. Still standing, ain't understanding how y'all could be mad at me. Patience, push-ups, prayer on a healthy kick. Paint the perfect picture, me rolling, no selfie stick. Basically Baymacking, bonafide businessman. Religion don't define him better than his decisions can. Prodigal prophet, ain't worth half the price. Purchase, paid for after death, it's the afterlife. My future,
I'm just preparing for my future life. Cause my mama ain't living right. So just in case I ain't living this one right, I'll be riding with no ceilings like, yeah. Cause I be out to get it, so I can see me with it. I ain't worried about you niggas. I'm just minding up the business. I get it how I live it.
Come on, show me what you got.
Man, you show me. Oh, you want me?
1, 2, 3, slow.
fucking rap niggas.
Oh my mama, on another episode of Rap News, we had your boy Wiz Kalifa. Now I know innocent, harmless, especially in today's climate, it doesn't even rank in the levels of stank that we constantly see that doesn't go along with how we think. But on your E-Day, out to celebrate, I know it's like, I guess this is what we over understanding, realizing together on a consistent basis that certain levels of life does, whether it requires, it seemingly causes certain level of morality, masculinity to be left behind. There is no way in the world, me personally, I don't care if it's my father, bro, and he loves to cook and prepare, present, and once he present, he a big old dude, intimidating presence, but he like to stand right over and ask you like, how you like it, how you like it. So if you don't like it, you still don't, he gonna stand over you, but to prepare something fleshy like that, long, and then take your hand and drop, and you open, nah, I got male sons, man. My natural, no extras card, and I ain't tripping on whatever you do, whoever else, but me personally, cause my natural reaction finna be like, hey, hold up, like, nah. But, certain behavior tends to cause you not to be surprised about other behavior. 'Cause personally, if somebody who was grown before you was born, who's still alive, who's a man, can end up having his face tattooed in your flesh, it only has to be based upon an over understanding and existence on a certain level or realm, because like I said, seemingly masculinity, morality is not either allowed or it's not necessary to a point where it causes you even personally to be uncomfortable there to try to hold up a certain level of morality or masculinity that you tend to release it in order to be comfortable in this environment. So it's not something that is essential, doesn't seem to be welcome. And these seem like the people who are far more appropriate to be a part of whatever we want to call it than those that do have a sense of morality or masculinity. One of the M's that the morphing M and Baymac represent. Definitely be about your morals and your masculinity at all costs. While you about your money, don't never forget those two M's. Be about your M's at all costs. Be about your marathon at all costs. Y'all don't even know. My name is VJ Keyway. Oh, Baba. Blue Jay, what it do, man? It was
what it up, dude? What it up, cuzzo?
What up, loved one? We just in the black box chopping it up with the Google gang. You know how we do when we do what we do.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I want to give a shout out to the Google gang. I want to say gratitude is the attitude. This is a young man with a disability. I want to let y'all know that you have to be grateful, you have to be thankful. Life is I want to refer to the Bible. They call it the good book. This life is like grass. It's nice and green and firm, then it just withers away, and that's how the Bible describes life as. So I just think as a people, we gotta appreciate and learn to evolve and learn to look at what's going on, not the trends, not the logos, unless it's Sparta logo. You know what I mean? As long as it's Baymac, get Baymac. I might get Grand Figley from Caleb Production, but I'm saying not them trends, the trends that can make you successful, trends that in the next 5 years, this is what's going to be going on, like gentrification. You see how that's affecting our neighborhoods.
It's funny you mention that, because I recently watched Boys in the Hood and got reminded how we were when it comes to gentrification. That was some game that was being given to us way back then to try to wake up your mind. And I don't know if I was just too young to sleep, or when you watch it now and you see Lawrence Fishburne standing out there explaining it, what it's deep. So yeah, that's crazy you say that. The trends, pay attention.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold the mic. Go ahead, big brother. I ain't gonna hold the mic. I just wanted to, inspire. You know what I mean? I wanted to inspire.
No. Let me tell you something. I was very, very silent throughout the most of what you were saying, because it was eloquently presented. It was definitely insightful, inspirational, and I could tell it was well thought. And I know the Bible quite well, and I don't remember anybody ever grabbing that passage and making that type of presentation. So it resonated with me, and I appreciate that, my love.
Yes, sir.
Mama.
Yes, sir, cuzzo. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna let somebody else chime in, but I'm gonna stay on the line, cuzzo.
Say less.
I want to kind of like do the outro with you, though.
Say less. 323, you on the line in the black box with the Google gang, Blue Jay and me. What's up, 323? Who that?
Hello?
Who that from the 323?
Oh, this is a Blaster, man. What's going on with you?
Damn, you a cold cat, man. How you end up being a Blaster King, man? Rest in peace to CeeLo, my brother-in-law, from 5'5" Playboy. But how you ended up being a Blaster King, cuz? And I gotta tell you, outside of politics.
No, I didn't say Blaster King. I said Blaster. You know.
Oh, the Blaster. Okay. I was finna get all off into some whole other.
Yeah.
What it do, loved one?
Oh, but I do got some. Hey, when you got Indian in your blood and you black, you basically the same thing. You know what I'm
seen
saying?
a cold picture on Facebook. I seen a
cold
cold picture the other day on Facebook. It was a cartoon drawing, and they had like an Indian and a Mexican dude. I mean, an Indian dude and a black dude who they both had their shirts off, and you saw like a whole bunch of scars and wounds, and they was hugging, and it said it hurt, and the other one was like, I know. Then the nigga who posted it had like, damn, America, some cold muff. But it was the Indian man and the black man embracing and appreciating each other's wounds based upon the experience from the same oppressor. It was a deep little cartoon, but like anybody my skin tone, and it's Indian got to be somewhere in there. Like when you know what, whether we Africans or not, I'm not running from the concept or the idea that it's some kind of Indian, because we kind of orange too. Like, I don't know. That's why I understand how we get the name black instead of brown. You dig it out?
Yeah.
I'm way off the subject, bro, because I'm full. So go ahead and speak your mind, because I'll take us. You know, when you in a black box, it's like the black hole. That's infinity. There's no limit to where it might go. So I'm gonna throw it back to you though, loved one. Say your name though. You 323. What part of the city you from?
I'm from Watts and I'm black, bro.
What's up, black?
I've here many a times, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
yeah,
what's up, loved one? What's up,
M.O.B., baby, you know what I'm saying?
There you go, there you go. Hey, I know a watch nigga. Yeah, I know a watch nigga don't need no coaching. Go ahead then, do your shit, talk your stuff.
Right. But it's just so I'm letting you do your thing. So I'm saying this though. You know, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, when we doing things out here, bro, and we grow up in these streets, you know what I'm saying, we say we love each other, you know what I'm saying, which we do. But some of niggas amongst us, they'll hate a nigga shine because certain people from your hood like you deeply, and they always wanted that type of deep love about them, or you pulled some of it. Like they had the whole hood, but now you came, you done pulled some of that love towards you too.
Amen.
Loving that too.
Amen.
But let me finish. But then what happened is it started turning into envy in their heart, and Satan get in there and say, you know what? I can't overturn this nigga, but what I'm gonna start doing is having lies, slander. When he fall a little bit, I'm gonna tell everybody that nigga fell. I remember when he got socked in 5th grade. All that type of whole ass shit going on all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that should be a trip. And Spider, thank you, bro. Let me finish this. So,
go ahead. No, and look, be comfortable. Hey, no pressure, no rush.
Right.
Bill, talk your shit. Shout out MREC.
When you was doing your thing, bro, I'ma keep it Google, bro. I seen you put on more niggas from the West Coast than any other nigga I ever saw, bro. Mixtape level, big level. Even the dude, you about like 3-4 weeks ago, you had a dude that was a blood from Compton over there. Now it's a trip that I had been seeing dude the whole time I've been living, but I thought he was from 9-7 from over there the whole time.
That's crazy.
Unless you showed that. You showing everybody, even Crip Max. That's a young dude. What he say? He said, you said, when you start liking rap? He said, when you get so beautiful, and then you put him on. You didn't hate on the nigga and try to like, oh, the nigga can't be on my show because he's from over there, or this and that and that and that. You don't even be with that whole ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Man. So that's why I always watch you and always like the shit you was doing, Spider. You know what I'm saying? Because all niggas try to turn on the nigga when the nigga started getting fame. And like I said, if niggas would have did what they was supposed to do, them other niggas that was connected, they would have their deals going on. But then as soon as they got in their little spotlight, little shit, niggas ran off and shit with the other niggas. And then the other niggas turned on. Now they looking back at you like, you know what, Spider, let me get on that show.
Chili. Hey, Chili, it's like, hey, Chili. Hey, Chili, it sound like, hey, Chili. Hey, Chili, it sound like he been with us every day politicking and seeing it from the inside, huh?
Yeah, man. The niggas.
He's right on the other side of the power plant, bro. He knows what's going on.
But you know what he remind me of? Hey, one time I was in the Compton Walmart, and I was standing next to a nigga, and he looked over. He was like, "Oh, SPI." He was like, "What's up, man? He from Watts." He had on all Lakers shit, and he said, "What's up?" So I was just assuming he was from Grape. I really don't know, but he was like, "Man, SPI," and he made a comment. He was like, "Man, you wrote the East Side Bible." that shit felt so motherfucking good. He was like, you wrote the East Side Bible, like okay, like the scriptures of our section, and then for him to say that, and then it's the homie from Watts right now giving the insight. I know he's speaking in general on how shit go, but that shit is
you know what I'm
but
saying?
that shit is, but you speaking on my situation. I'm just not finna put nothing on blast right now. A lot of people. That's how it go,
let me finish because a lot of people don't know what's going to get. Yeah, let me finish. So my whole point is that when the niggas started getting that thing and hooking niggas up and this and that, then niggas started having that that I want to knock a nigga off like Yo Gotti and the whole dog shit. Not saying Gotti did it, but I'm just saying like the whole little prison.
Hating.
And
no,
niggas, look, hold up. I remember niggas when we was playing Madden in the house, nigga. You was the only nigga on the Madden and the live, nigga. You ain't even did no shit like that.
Oh, my mama,
you feel me?
Oh, God.
I got the hugest hands, and I just might use them, man.
Ooh, I went to see what I do when I get angry.
Look. And the logo go live on the DVD. You feel what
God,
I'm saying?
that's
like,
right. That's right.
You feel me?
That's
so
right.
I want you to still, so I want you to still stay doing your thing, man, because niggas don't hate on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing your thing, and that's going on with black people in general, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where they just want to move a nigga out the way over some whole shit. Like, and you just always open the door for everybody else to get paper with you. Right. That whole ass shit.
You know what? You know what you.
So a lot of niggas did go there like that when a lot of rappers be doing shit, even with the Nipsey, see how that was his peoples, and I mean, I done seen this whole shit the whole time. Like I said, these niggas be from the hood, but they don't have that love, and that's what Christ was teaching. Like, not just love your family, love your brother that's out there too. That's what's wrong with niggas. They'll be with you, but they really like, I got my mama and my auntie, but when they mama and they auntie died, then they gotta go back to the hood and fuck with the niggas that they had to start with in the first place.
That what that nigga Nipsey say, family broken, so I stand with my niggas. Showed up to every shootout, but I ran from my feelings. No time for those. I got a plan to get millions. Whoever don't agree, I see you back in the buildings. That's why I never let y'all act like a victim. That's why I never let y'all kill my ambition. I
know I've been rambling, bro, but I just had to put that shit out there, man. I'm about to get off this phone, man. Stay doing your thing, man. Don't let them custer ass niggas take you off your shine or nothing like that, because they gonna try to do it because your platform is blowing up. Nigga, I remember when you just had 1,000 followers. Now you got all type of followers. Niggas coming from New York, nigga vouching with you. Them niggas wasn't even on you all the way like that. They knew who you was, but once you got to talking and speaking the real, now them niggas in New York like, you know what? Nigga, we fuck with Spider Logan. We gonna fuck with somebody. Niggas from all type of other places is calling in. You don't even need these old fake ass niggas that be around there. Watch your back, bro, for real. God bless you, man. Spider Low, East Side, baby. MOB, baby.
Thank you for death, though, Black. Appreciate you.
He saluted Easty right there.
Oh, my. We got Blue Jay and Eastside Herb on the line. We got a caller from 404. That sound like the ATL. I think, or I might be wrong. What's good, loved one? You in the black box with on Real Near Radio. We just doing what we do. What's cracking?
Y'all niggas know what it is. This your boy Young AB. You know, I ain't heard from the Wild Spider. Just called checking in, man. You good, my nigga.
Tell me this.
Shout out.
I got every color cup that you could imagine. So you already know how I be coordinating the colors. What you think about the addition of the cups? Bam. It's fly shit, right?
Shit, man. Shit, I like colors, nigga. Long as it ain't no rainbow like those LGBT motherfuckers.
But you know what? You know what's fucked up though? I can appreciate rainbow. I just hate now that if I fuck with it, it's gonna have to be associated with that. So I gotta stay away from it. There's nothing wrong with rainbow until they grabbed it and made it they shit. Cause I'm a fly nigga that'll throw on some rainbow without it being they shit and don't think nothing of it. Cause colors are beautiful in general. And you know, when you is what it is, but now that they made it they stamp, it's like I be wondering, do a nigga
That's their name.
Yeah, do you still like only reason nigga don't fuck with it because he don't want to attract the type of intention that like I'm making that statement. So I stay away from it, but it's nothing really actually outside of that.
Like, come tap me on my show.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't approach me. Don't ask for my number. Don't come get a tight hug. No, none of that. None of that. You dig a lie?
Right.
What's on your mind, though? What's on your mind, though, loved one? I don't mean to take it to my direction.
Well, shit, my nigga, I just say first and foremost, R.I.P. to Shabazz, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that sister. Oh, my mama.
And R.I.P. to Young Dog too, man, because the city of Memphis is bragging right now. And what we got to realize
there's something tribal about our nature that we are not aware of, because this shit seems endless, bro. Like, I don't see no end in sight. And it seems like we only bold enough or concerned enough or interested enough to act out like this toward one another. Like, that niggas is throwing their life away. There's so many bigger issues to where that energy could be properly directed, but it's continuously directed towards something that does not further any cause. I don't get it.
Well, like Tupac said, bro. You gotta keep your friends closer, your enemies closer, man. And that situation is just sad to say that when the nigga get some paper and the nigga make it out the game, man, it's sad that you gotta move from the home that you was raised in. But everybody that makes it in the rap game that don't move when they die at their home.
But what makes it sad, if especially as a rapper, you jump out there and I know you don't hear Nickelbacks. What makes it sad as a rapper, you jump out and describe yourself as a person coming from the environment of the have-nots, and you talk about it being horrible and what goes down and how we take, and it ain't safe. It's how you describe it. And you said, then you get some paper, you gotta move. That's sad. What's sad about that when you the motherfucker who said this is where it is, now you got the paper that's not around here and you know how it go. The sad part about it is that you thought you could stay with that paper in that environment you just told the world that you was from. The have-nots, the savages. That's the sad part, that we don't get it, that it's time to go. The whole idea, when you're in an environment full of poverty, crime, and backstabbing and all that, the whole idea is to get some paper to get on. That's the whole concept. So the thing, you're going to get the paper and sit right there and go, nah. Whether you're saying it or not, that's what you're saying. I got something, you can't have none. And even if you're trying to be one of them niggas that's looking out, you still throwing off crumbs to, you food, bro. You're going to be food one way or the other. And if you got the luxury of the finances that could provide a far better life, yet you still out here antagonizing the elements. God bless the Keyway Christ. You see what happens when right before Cuz died, my intimate conversations with Neighborhood Nip was about him describing to me about how Puto was there, how he was on a level, and he was explaining to me like how it's fitted be for me, or how it is when I'm with him, is that like we don't step outside our bubble, and because of that, can't nothing harm us. He went way more in detail to explain this little concept, but just so you would know, my personal irony of the events after that, I couldn't believe it, because like it was so unnecessary in the grand scheme of things for that to happen to my homie, to my brother, to our motherfucking loved one. It was just, but I also look at it in the grand scheme of things of this. If your whole campaign is the marathon, anybody with any intelligence knows that a marathon is based upon a race and typically laps or a long distance. And then anybody else that's aware of that knows that the victory lap is not anything that ever comes up until the whole event is over with. So for the Keyway Christ to be preparing his debut album, but for some reason, as insightful as he was, intelligent as he was, as spiritual as he was, as deep as he was, for him to know it's almost a motherfucking what you call it when two words is opposite but you use them back to back. Oxymoron. It's almost oxymoron to call your debut album your victory lap. Like, think about it. The debut is the beginning. The victory lap is the ending. And then to prepare that album with the timing we saw it come into the world, and then for him to die. Whether in the front of his mind he was aware, he was in tune spiritually, creatively with something that knew what was going on, bro. You don't call your debut victory lap and then pass on right upon its release. Come on, think about it.
Yeah, can I interject?
You most definitely can.
I want to say, as black people.
Wait, hold on, Blue Jay. Wait, Blue Jay. Let's let the less familiar voice say something real quick. Go ahead, 4-4.
I was understanding what you were saying about young dogs. Like, you can't basically be neighborhood and hunting folks if you can see them. But at the same time, with the Nipsey, he been got the whole.
And you breaking up. You breaking up real bad. Like, we can't hear you at all. You gotta,
hear me now?
That's a little better. Yeah.
Man, yeah, it's fucked up that, young dogs was hunting the people in his neighborhood about, how much money he got and shit like that, and then help out his hood, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Nipsey Hussle goddamn had his motherfucking hood, and had his whole goddamn hood, and still get killed in his hood. So what's the point of goddamn supporting your goddamn community?
The thing about it is this. The thing about it is this. When you come to the concept of even the original Christ getting on the cross, we are to understand as believers or understanders of the concept, nothing happened to him that he could not have prevented. Even when they came to grab him, his boy chopped off somebody's ear, and Jesus picked up the motherfucking ear and put it back on and said, "Nah, hold up." So listen to me. I call cuz the Keyway Christ, right? I'm VJ Keyway. Nipsey triggered the events that caused that. Just imagine, it's not just being in the hood. You see how well he dwelled in and out of that environment, and nothing. He was protected, loved. There's nothing to report. Any danger came upon him. He was great. He engaged a conversation with a certain individual that triggered the events. So was he just not good in the hood, or did he do something that he could have prevented, like Christ? Christ did not have to go to the cross. It's not like he was trapped beyond his ability to avoid it. In the same sense,
that's some real shit.
Neighborhood Nip could have avoided that moment, leading me to understand, and I'm not going to be a fool to say he was calculating dying. I don't think that at all. But I think he was committed to some deeper concepts to where his whole experience was in line with making decisions to bring about the events to where you're naming your debut album the Victory Lap. He's the most insightful.
He bought the building.
He's the most insightful person we have from our generation to that was behind the mic and speaking to the masses consistently on a random array of concepts and subjects, and always was saying something that resonated with almost everybody. It might not be religiously based. You might not can compare it to the Malcoms and the Martins based upon the actual climate and times. But when you strip everything down and look at the eloquence in which he presented a lot of nuggets and knowledge, you can't tell me his spirit, his soul was not aware that I'm naming my debut victory lap. It might not have been his frontal lobe, but the subconscious and the whole experience in which he was going through, and he was really into the law of attraction quite deeply. So for him to be such an insightful, well-read, thoughtful, worldly, self-educated, nonetheless educated individual, for you to be naming your debut victory lap, and then for the events to transpire the way they did, I just think there's some portion of his existence that was aware of what was to come. We look at Tupac lyrics. Yeah, if you listen to a lot of what he was saying back then, like, just think about it. That nigga said, I ain't want the fame, I just wanted y'all to feel me. He say, the police hate it, so they hope my homies kill me. Yeah, he got lyrics to say, it's an inside job if it sound fishy. Like, and then he said, we ball till we fall, fuck how the story end. Like, and then I know right now, me trying to grab him, I'm not grabbing them all. He got a lot of like lines that say, now when you listen to it, like, ooh, was he like, yeah, oh my mama.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
This,
he was on the way. He was on the way like the next Machiavelli, boy. Cause that nigga had some goddamn quotes and intentions like a motherfucker, man. I mean, the way that boy was educated and broke it down, man. You couldn't dare say from your own mouth that Nipsey Hussle was an ignorant ass nigga, cause everything that man said that shit just like Pop, man.
I love the Tupac comparison for a lot of reasons, but just like is not the phrase I would use. I think just like fine wine, things get better with time. Pac had a passion that's incomparable to any other, and Nip did as well. Nipsey was so eloquent that he never had to utilize passion to make you feel him, cause you speak monotone. And the shit that he's saying, Pac would fluctuate and adjust his tones based on passion, and we felt the passion. And nigga Nip talk just like this, like a report. It's the depth of the concepts that touch you. Oh God. Just think about when he rap, how he go on top. But when he interview, he stay like this. And you feel in the interview just as much, if not more, you feel in the verse when he like on top of the shit with everything. In the interview, it was a beautiful thing to witness, bro. I cannot imagine the deeper reason as to why we would be robbed of that so early. Because it's forcing you to try to imagine what it would have turned into. Especially personally, because personally I was being. He did, but Nipsey Hussle had less of a kickstart or youthful experience that made him industry. Because just think about it, how far back Tupac was up under strong influence like the Panthers, and then being benefited from going to schools of the art to where Jada Pinkett was his childhood friend, and he was building upon that the whole time. Nipsey, however, although he lived longer, was not building upon such a background. So he wasn't having record deals as long as Tupac.
I like that.
Nipsey never acted alongside Janet Jackson, John Belushi. Yet you find nothing else to compare him to other than Tupac. The thing I used to tell Nipsey shortly before he passed was, cuz, I don't get it, cuz you one of the only niggas I go everywhere and I don't never hear nobody hating on you. And I say, the coldest part about it, you don't even have a record. You don't even have a hit record. Like, to be a rapper, he had arrived to a plateau that only hit records bring you to. without a hit record. But I love your Tupac comparison for the most reason, mainly for this.
Tupac, my generation, Pac was highly intelligent, but in our culture, street culture, especially in his generation, intelligence was viewed as a form of weakness. How do you get the people that's really affected by, you know, what we trying to solve, involved?
Yeah. Family broken, so I stand with my niggas. Showed up to every shootout, but I ran for my feelings. Time for those, I got a plan to get millions. Whoever don't agree, I see you back at the buildings. That's why I never let y'all act like a victim. That's why I never let y'all kill my ambition. You weren't built for the mission. Park my cutlass in the back of the village. Remember Tony started washing them dishes. It was all a decision. Fast died, he took a part of me with him. Heart broken like my artery missing. Just fuck all of you niggas. Team broke, they can't harvest you, nigga. Swore shit, it got a heart to it, nigga.
I used to know you were gon' fold them. I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on. Pray my son never face what I go through. Yeah. Get it, don't wear the crown right. And if it be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just can't never feel the same about it. My life built on damage, ain't understanding, can't call family, no. Got crossed by my closest, I ain't gon' show too much emotion, no. My low one call my phone, I pick her right away. I know I'm living wrong if it's the right way. I was too busy trying to get heavy, I was lightweight. A lot of niggas that came in with me ain't on my side today. I been trying to live with some of these songs in case I die today. Every time I need something lean on, I drink that spot away. So it don't feel how it feels to me. Cause I've been through it and it did what it did to me. I trusted you and that was big for me. This my little partner, you do that big for me. And I ain't never jumped in my feelings, I have. You wanna know you wanna fold them. I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on. Pray my son never face what I go through. Yeah. Get it, don't wear the crown right. And if it be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just can't never feel the same about it.
Mathematical mogul, marathoning, making moves, taking the heartbreaking news, make major breaking news. Nephews, nieces, siblings, seeds, stay confused. Waking up, shaking, aching, praying that it's April Fools. Chosen child from the now down, stakes is huge. Snakes and fakes straddling the gate, it's too late to choose. Through violent visions, gave victory, paid your dues. Motivated, demonstrated, elevated views. Truths don't die, we multiply. I ain't make the rules. Self-medicate, meditate, and celebrate the blues. Neighborhood, roller coaster, you can take the cruise, I'm good. Blue laces, suede Puma's favorite shoes. Jesus to the generation, you never save me on my babies. Most beautiful gift Puto ever gave me. For such a precious life, who decides price? I couldn't feel the slide twice, cause they crucified Christ.
I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on. Pray my son never face what I go through. Yeah. Get it, don't wear the crown right. And if it be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just can't never feel the same about it. My life built on damage, ain't understanding, can't call family, no. Got crossed by my closest, I ain't gon' show too much emotion, no. My low one call my phone, I pick her right away. I know I'm living wrong if it's the right way. I was too busy trying to get heavy, I was lightweight. A lot of niggas that came in with me ain't on my side today. I been trying to live with some of these songs in case I die today. Every time I need something lean on, I drink that spot away. So it don't feel how it feels to me. Cause I've been through it and it did what it did to me. I trusted you and that was big for me. This my little partner, you do that big for me. And I ain't never jumped in my feelings, I have. You wanna know you wanna fold them. I used to know that I could count on you. All that pressure they bestowed on. Pray my son never face what I go through. Yeah. Get it, don't wear the crown right. And if it be feeling like what it sound like. Now my life was a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complain about it. I just can't never feel the same about it.
On my mama, he just say SPI T.I. killed that verse. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, I always try to present myself and do my best and always try to impress myself first. But y'all don't know, in my whole lifetime, that's probably one of the that's probably the hardest verse I ever had to write. Transitioning, first of all, from, I'm not going to even go into the whole story of how I received the record from Neighborhood Nip and how emotional and how big that moment was with me listening to it and seeing what he gave me. So that was one.
Get in your beard.
That was one challenge. That was the challenge for about 2 weeks. My challenge was, now I got to deal with showing up on the record behind that. Like, damn, what am I supposed to say? I gotta. It's always a battle. You know, with MCs, it's always a battle, especially when a nigga hand you something already done and now it's your turn and you see what he did. So it's like, damn, what the fuck do you say to make a presence that is comparable to that? So that was my challenge. And then before even 2-3 weeks, before 2-3 weeks pass, he passes. So now the challenge shifts. Now what do you say on the song? So what I came up with.
Man, I just want to say.
I'm speaking right now, brother. I'm speaking right now, brother. I'm speaking about something that really matters. So please don't do that for that little moment. You'll fuck. Only because you'll fuck my thought off and I'll forget which I think I already have done. Forgot what I was about to say. But no, I didn't. I'm trying to explain how I ended up saying what I said. Just imagine, had Cuz not passed, this was a record that we were gonna like shoot a visual to and present together. Then he passed. Now I gotta shift my whole concept of what I'm gonna say. So what I feel like saying at the moment is, I don't know who was trying to talk and hung up, but somebody just hung up. I say, it's what I come with, cuz it's on my. Cause I don't think I don't know. I don't even think y'all hear what I'm saying on the song, but I say.
Real near radio.
Yeah, real near radio at all times. Facts over feelings. Don't get mad, get money. But it say, what it say? Mathematical, cause Cuz was quite mathematical. Mathematical mogul, marathoning, making moves, taking. The heartbreaking news made major breaking news. Nephews, nieces, siblings, seeds, they confused. Waking up, aching, shaking, praying that it's April Fools. I'm not just saying April Fools to rhyme, but Cuz passed on March 31st. So his loved ones, not me, not the world, but nephews, siblings, seeds, they confused. Waking up, aching, shaking, praying that it was April Fools. Chosen child from the Nile. Damn, stakes is huge. Snakes and fakes straddling the gate. It's too late to choose. Through violent visions gave victory lap, paid your dues, motivated, demonstrated elevated views. Truths don't die, we multiply. I ain't make the rules. Self-medicate, meditate, and celebrate the blues. Neighborhood, roller coaster, you can take the cruise, I'm good. Blue laces, suede Pumas, favorite shoes. What I say after that? What's the next line?
Chosen child from the now.
Nah, you went way back. Nah, you went way back. It say favorite shoes. It say favorite shoes. That's the last line.
I couldn't even.
No, what I say some saying on my babies. Most beautiful gift Puto ever gave me. For such a precious life, who decides price? I couldn't view the slide twice, cuz they crucified Christ. No, listen to me. Listen to me. Look, on my mama, cuz I've never seen that whole video clip all the way through in its entirety. And I definitely could never restart it and watch it twice, cuz I couldn't view the slide twice. Cuz they crucified Christ. This is one of the main revelations that caused me to understand the current concept of Christianity to the extent that it's been presented is some bullshit, because if you love Christ in any amount as we claim we love Nip or anybody love him, how do you celebrate above all things his murder and watch it and stare at it? And do you know even when if a loved one of a victim in court, murder victim, is ever compelled to be in court to speak, if there's any evidence, photographs, video of what took place to their loved one, do you know how careful the court is and sensitive they are about exposing the loved one to the trauma that their loved one experienced? They go all the way out their way to make sure, just a photo, just imagine your loved one has been murdered and then there's a photograph of the aftermath. I just want you, whether you're already aware, just feel me of how sensitive the system is of exposing you to that image. At all costs, they try to avoid you ever having to see that photo, is what I'm trying to say. And if they have to expose you to that photo, all the sensitivity in the world that you could imagine is applied to that moment. So how you evolved in something that's based upon focusing on, staring at, constantly dwelling upon the most horrific event that happened to the person that you're supposed to be most deeply in love with. That is a brain fuck experience. That's a brain fuck activity to fuck off your whole natural equilibrium that your creator broke down to you. If you're now going to celebrate and be in love with the most horrific activity that was done to your loved one, there's something wrong about that.
Yeah. Or or are we celebrating his resurrection instead of the?
You tell me. What do you tell me? You tell me. What is it? You tell me this. Tell me this. You tell me this. Tell me this. How many chains around people's neck do you see of a risen Christ versus one that's on a cross like this? What did we celebrate?
You don't.
Do we celebrate him? Do you hear the phrase about him rising for you more? Or do you hear about him dying for you more? Look, it's a whole culture. It's a whole culture that is supposedly substantiated on blood sacrifice. Before the God turned human came and offered a blood sacrifice, humans were required to kill animals to offer a Cain and Abel. The whole story is about Abel was willing to offer blood, death, murder, death of a creator's creation to appease him. And guess what? Cain offered life, fruit, vegetation, and he was rejected from the God that we bowing down to, we love. He wanted blood, death from day one, nigga. These the first two human siblings recorded in that book, and he already was thirsty for blood, bro. Off day one, this what he was asking for. Bring me blood.
Yeah, read between the lines.
Now, guess what? Now it makes sense. Perfect timing. Look, this is what we got to do, y'all. And you only getting this from you getting this from a brain that used to speak about the Bible from a position of being totally indoctrinated, support, and belief of everything that it represented. So just know this. I had a complete understanding. But now being free from a lot of the what you were taught about the all seeing eye in the sky that no human can actually really confirm. When you eliminate those beliefs, I still know what the book says, and it opens up a whole nother perspective on life. Not that there are not jewels hidden within, but the first thing when you are not afraid of facing reality anymore, the first thing that you can personally confirm is this book we call the Bible is definitely not the written testimony word of the all creator, all powerful living God. That's what it's not. And that, once I got myself to a clean slate, just to over and understand that, I didn't necessarily have to discard everything that I had gathered from the book. I just know how to address the information in a whole nother way, because believing in your soul and your spirit that that's what that book is has a whole nother power over us that we don't even consciously realize that it has. Hey, I love y'all for listening. I told y'all the chocolate been removed and I got cracking. You dig it, lies? I want to flash. I don't know if y'all know what them is, but anyway, that was real fast. I don't know if y'all know what them is. And then
Real Near Radio.
Yes, Real Near Radio. What's happening, my loved ones? 805-404-323-812. Blue Jay, I know that's you. Eastside Herb, know that's you. 404, you been with me. 805, is that Nickelbacks?
Eastside. Nickelback, baby. Nickelback.
Hey, tap in, talk in to VJ Keyway.
Nickelback with a bag.
Holla at the low.
Hey, real quick. Salute the low. Salute the Real Near Radio. Salute everybody. Get in that chat. Hey, real quick, but to tie it in, that first call that first gave you the love, bro, that went down the roll call that shouted you out the timeline, all that. Homie killed it. So salute, shout out to that dude, but salute you. And hey, that bar, but then to tie in the last call. The dude who was talking in the comparison with Pac. You remember what they said? You remember the bar that Pac said? I've been trapped since birth, cautious because I'm cursed. The fantasies of my family in a hearse. And they say it's the white man I should fear.
But it's my own kind doing all the killing here.
I can't lie, no love from the other side. Jealousy inside, make them wish I died. Oh my Lord, tell me what I'm living for. And everybody dropping, got me knocking on heaven's door.
Only God could judge me. Yeah, I Chili, what you feel? Hey, what you saying, Chili?
Yep.
What you saying, Chili?
Hey, Chili. Hey, if a cat go have somebody feed him some food, man, they better have the softest, cutest little feet, hands, all that shit. That little fly, little pretty lady shit. You know, all that feeding the food at the restaurant, and you know, you looking like the Coming to America, the lady on Coming to America, like Hop Like a Dog.
Grace Jones.
You know,
hey,
all that Chili, you feel
hey, you know what I
real? I just had to say that, bro, because we different over here.
Okay, shout out to all the bachelors with a spatula. I see the homie trying to bring it back to what we was talking about last time. For those that don't know, coming soon, right here on Spotted Up Most Easty, YouTube.com, Black Box Productions, Bachelor with a Spatula, where we are going to be courageous enough to embark into the realm of love connection, dating type, and our twist, our take on it is to go live. And it might not be live. If it's going to be live, I might have to do the live, because I just did a Zoom test with the homie, and I tried to screen record it, and I got no audio. If anybody can tell me how do I retain audio on a Zoom call, perhaps we will go live. Or maybe I'll try it on Instagram. But one way or the other, the whole concept is we will visually enter into Bachelor's Kitchen and allow them, 10, 15 minute amount of time to prepare a meal. And the whole concept is, as they show how well they move with their spatula or how not so well they move, the attraction from a female might be one or the other. We know definitely a man that's handy with his spatula is going to be attractive to the female. So, bam, we want to allow men, we want to allow bachelors. Hold on, I'm talking. Shut up, man. When we want to allow bachelors to be able to be attractive with their spatula to attract women. However, there's a flip side to it. A bachelor who has enough, a bachelor who has enough confidence to come in with his spatula and be honest and show he's not as skilled with it can also attract a female who sees where she can be of assistance. So this is the paradigm of what we are preparing. Bachelor with a spatula. We starting with Real Nigga Radio members, but we're looking to expand it to the general public followers and give, qualified bachelors an opportunity to show what they could do with their spatula and see if they can catch her. So bachelor with a spatula trying to catch her on my mama. That's what that is. But y'all go ahead and go back to talking.
Hey, Tilly.
Yeah.
Why my hairstylist like shit? Why he ain't doing the bachelorette with the spatula? I'll be on there with my little booty shorts, woo wah wah.
Wait, you talking about Lil Mama that was in the background last time we was on the FaceTime hairdo and all that? Yeah.
She say she cooked, so why he ain't gonna start a segment, the bachelorette, and they got they spatula and they trying to catch the bachelor.
But look, this what I need you to do. The same little clips or test segments you sent me of yourself, cause this what look, he talk with all the confidence, y'all. You hear how confident he talk on the phone. When the camera on, you remember back in school when reading in public and stage fright. Cub he be a whole nother person. So look, even his sister. Look, hey, shout out to shout out to me and X. But look, Cuz sister get in my DM one day or in my comments. Oh, you gotta get me on the show. This is my sister. That's Cuz sister. Day uno. So my response is, of course, easy call whenever. How long ago was that, Chili? It was way before pandemic. I ain't heard from sis on that since. So what I need you to do is get her to do a clip like get her to prepare a meal in the kitchen. Describe like you just described.
All right, say no more, Tilly. You know the content is coming. Content is key at that. Shit.
And guess what? Not content is coming. Content is key. It's consistent, continuous, and constantly around me. Y'all heard all them.
Keep the keys going. Keep them going.
You heard all. No, I just did enough. That was a nice little pocket, bro. God damn. Go deeper, ass
Now
nigga.
you know how we do it. Keep it going, nigga.
Nah, I'm just saying though.
Hey, Lo, I gotta get ready to head out, man. I gotta take care of some business. So these young AP, man, y'all follow a nigga, man. Real dudes, man, on this Facebook. Young AP, the Don, Marquinhos, CSRG. Love you, Lo. We out of here, man.
Hey, I love you too, young AB. I appreciate your input and your patience even more so. Thank you, brother.
Can I give a shout out, Lokester?
Go ahead.
Can I give a shout out?
What you mean? Shout it out.
Hey, can y'all follow me? Can y'all follow me on Facebook and Instagram? My Facebook handle is GRAND7IGLI. The same on Instagram. It's Grant Figley with a 7 GRAND number 7 IGLI. And in 2022, Bay Mac and Grant Figley doing a record. I'm doing a record. I went out there a couple months ago. I missed him, but I'll be out there. I'm gonna get a picture with him. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna do a record with Cuz.
I always have to teach my boy lessons in the public, cause right here in the public, y'all watched our relationship develop to where he just told you he came out here a couple months ago, right? And he came and left without allowing me the opportunity to meet and have a photo moment with Cuz. So right here in the black box, I kept it a Goodawoo and told him, I know from his perspective, he said he didn't want to, I'm busy, all that. I said, in the future, know this, Blue Jay, now you know the photo op is not something that you have to be concerned about my interest in. I desire it, so I will prioritize it next time you're local. I want the photo op. I want the meeting, so please make that a priority as well. This nigga so slick talking, he done dropped a few cash apps. He just dropped a few super chats, and now he guaranteeing y'all right in front of me that we're gonna do a record. It went from a photo op to a record without me ever having no kind of. How did that happen, Blue J? Talk to me.
Hey, cuz, you a real one. My big cuz, Big Harlem Ride, you know, a Big Spider, homeboy. You know, I just heard a lot of good things about you, and you can write. You know,
but other than we brothers, right? And we brothers, and I love you.
Yep.
Other than that, everything that you've been exposed to me, as far as doing record is concerned, and you've grown to appreciate, I've never heard one iota of a record coming from you. I just don't. So there are a whole lot of things before I agree to do music with anyone on the face of the earth that are going to happen before I agree to do music if I haven't heard their music. It's almost to a level. Yeah, but you my brother enough to where you just fucked me up saying we gonna do a record, and I wondered one of two things. Because he said that, and I believe because you said it is true, does that mean we're going to transact some business that I respect? Or are you going to present something to me so amazing that I'm going to be, I want to be a part of it without conducting business? Because that's the two paradigms.
That part. That's it. The second part, cuzzo.
But you know you said yeah to both. I heard you saying yeah when I presented the first part.
I'm always gonna be your brother, and I'm always gonna hit your hand. Like I got some things
Blue Smurf.
The people don't need to know, but you'll see. You know, because I be thinking about something. I should say, cuz this, you know, because cuz a real one. I should say, cuz, but the timing just ain't right now. So you know, just my brother.
No, you my brother for death though, man. It's always baby activity. I see our other brother, the other Blue, he in the chat, Blue Smurf. He the #1 champ around here on the mic with this baby activity. We preparing a couple of projects. The next one up is called 2 M's, starring him. And the street single, I'm gonna upload it later on today to all digital platforms. But up until this point, it's only been played on here just because he just showed up. We finna get this street record blowed up. It's called The Way Life Goes. My son-in-law on the hook, talking that talk about real experience. And he right now, he locked down. I want to say free Just Jay. Shout out Rosenberg, who also mentioned in the song. Rosenberg on retainer because he is actually on the job trying to do what he can for Winter Daddy, which y'all don't know is my grandbaby. So it's a whole production around here. BS and BS on this one, and JJ Just J. Blue Smurf, what it do, cuz? We finna get this shit cree-knacking. Mafia on my mama.
Brother told me, he told me, oh, you fight his body, oh, you fight his body, oh, you body, everybody. Nigga, you spot everybody, you give me 12 oh, so much shit in the streets. Went back to jail, feel like that shit on repeat. I love the streets, but got this feeling in me. I'm tired of losing, maybe shit ain't for me. Ain't no feelings in me. My brother told me, take the deal. He told me, oh, you fight his body. But that's probably how they body everybody. Gave him 12 up in the court, can't leave the lobby. He was cold up in them sports, but they got sloppy. Just the way the life goes.
Beyond belief in the street, seen a lot of grief. A lot of Keith and Kush stuffed in the grobbery. Chains, watches, rings. It's nothing to kings. Back and forth to Beijing, fucking with beans. Hopping out of yard since we own it, it's ours. The final room lounges, smoking cigars. Purchasing properties, opening bars. Took licks in life, put tattoos over the scars. Rosenberg on retainer, explain how I look for real. Kinda bad. Lil homie took the deal, $100 sticks. Cognac and Cubans at all costs. Be about your money is the movement. Either in a black box, making a review about an ocean, slow motion, taking in the view. Cop and blow with hoes, we don't wife those. Zeros and commas, that's how
so
life
much
goes.
shit in the streets. Went back to jail, feel like that shit on repeat. I love the streets, but got this feeling in me. I'm tired of losing, maybe shit ain't for me. Ain't no feelings in me. My brother told me, take the deal. He told me, oh, you fight his body. But that's probably how they body everybody. Gave him 12 up in the court, can't leave the lobby. He was caught up in them sports, but he got sloppy. Just
Told that nigga take the deal. Blue rag tied around the steering wheel, riding around itching for a kill. Boy, this shit real. Lifestyle on repeat, sagging through the swap meet, banging on my enemies. Them niggas know I never speak. M's on the backhand, this shit to the depth. I can have $1 million, still pull up to the set. Facts over feelings when you fucking with Blue Smurf. It's crazy how your closest homies end up on t-shirts. My niggas tired of taking L's. I know that shit wrong. Got my dead homies looking down on me like a drone. Hopping out of foreign whips, politicking with the Crips, all in traffic with the homies, knocking down the field. Niggas chasing clout, we chase down enemies. Niggas hanging out, then we gon' smash off their Hennessy. That's just the way this life goes. The colors of my clothes always been blue and gold. That's on my
There's
soul.
so much shit in these streets. Went back to jail, feel like that shit on repeat. I let the streets bring out this feeling in me. I'm tired of losing, maybe shit ain't for me. There ain't no feelings in me. My brother told me take the deal. He told me, oh, you fight his bodies. But that's probably how they body everybody. Gave me 12 up in the court, can't leave the lobby. He was caught up in them sports, but he got sloppy. Just the way the life goes.
BS and BS, Blue Smurf and Blue Smurf with Just J on the hook in the verse, Puto on the beat, 2 M's coming soon. The title of that street record is called The Way Life Goes. Let's go. Now, you are in the Black Box, Real Near Radio, Blue Jay, Eastside Herb, Nickelbacks. Can y'all see the screen? Can y'all see the screen? Can y'all see the screen? Okay, who is that having a conversation in the background? Herb, that's you?
Mute your phone.
Hey, look. Hey, look, I know you are. Hey, look. Make sure since she did all that talking, you get that video together for us. Why you getting your hair washed? Well, now give her the phone. Let her say something. Fuck all that. Let her speak for herself.
Her hands wet. I'm watching and talking at the same time. I got you though. I'm probably gonna do like the homemade dressing or fry turkey real sexy and do a video.
Say less, baby. We appreciate you. Black Box Productions, Real Near Radio. Good looking, Eastside Herb.
Hey, if y'all want to find me, y'all can find me on Instagram, Eastside Herb.
Hey, what's Lil Mama name though? Say less. All that. What's love?
Hey, look at Jenny.
Hey, look. Hey, dog, look. We ain't gonna change. We ain't gonna change the name yet, but it's still Bachelor with a spatula. But we want you in the kitchen, mama. On my mama.
Can I be clean, Dad? Can I be clean?
No, look. I need you just to feel what we doing and be whatever you want to be. You got a green light.
All right, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Say less.
The positivity, the energy is amazing.
Likewise. Thank you. That mean, shut up, nigga. That means so much coming from you. Thank you a whole lot, baby. I'm gonna get off the homie line though. I'm gonna get off the homie line right now.
Motivate your people. That's what it's all about.
Amen.
That's right, Kenny.
And at all costs, by the way, get that shit washed and rubbed and scrubbed, nigga.
My brother.
My nigga. By the way,
You have a blessed day.
likewise, baby. She finna watch his shit good now, y'all.
Your leader. Hey, Friday love your leader, cuz.
Hey,
you leading people, cuz. You leading people, cuz.
Can y'all see the screen? I forgot that was on the screen all this time. Can y'all have y'all? What the feeny 99 nuck is that, bro?
Because now they can say we had caused overdoses. You can never say that.
Bro, you know, yeah, exactly. You know the whole fentanyl crisis has been something that the opioid thing has been typically primarily affecting a whole nother demographic other than the people that are keeping the weed industry thriving. When you think of weed, you think of us. And now, somehow, mysteriously, fentanyl found its way on weed, cuz. If you don't, hey, if you a blower,
because they can never say that. Weed never killed nobody from an overdose. You can smoke a pound of weed in the night, you ain't gonna die. You're gonna fall asleep.
It remind me of the anthrax days. If you are a blower, you better know your grower. You better know your grower. Oh my mama, because it's getting.
You're on the East Coast.
Eat the line.
Hey, look, hey, Blue Jay, Nickelback, Blue Jay, Nickelback. Just keep it a Google. I never do this type of, but just tell me how fly is that for the Cups to coordinate that. Oh my mama, we always sipping.
That's hard.
What they don't know if it's cognac or coffee. I want to put that out there. Y'all always assume it might be cognac and coffee, but don't just assume.
Coffee cup out of the lounge right there.
You know what I really? But it's hey, some of them is plastic, some of the colors, but these them old. This motherfucker ready to crush that. The contents are destroyed. But it lasts long enough for a wake and bake session though. But I just love the addition of the cups to the coordination of what we do on a consistent basis. I am
100% recyclable.
Thank you. I'm somewhat of a what they call it, OCD. I have a version of that. I don't think it's the whole thing. I'm not but I like sequence and order and
you like the consistency.
The consistency,
like the way how you like it, when you like it.
Yes, I believe everything has a place when you have an area and you're occupying this area on a consistent basis. I believe everything has a place. You utilize it. If it's removed from its place, the proper thing is to return it correct. It's just sequence. You dig a lot?
For Death Dough.
Real Nigga Radio, Black Box Productions, Wake and Bake Show. I seem like the homies done ran out of to say. So
hey, no. Let me tap out. I want to say one more thing. Hey, Blue Jay, I'll give it to you, Blue Jay. Let me tap out though. Everybody
it's the man with a bag of nickels. It's the man with a bag of nickels.
They gonna switch up, turning back on the homeboys click all the time. She's just waiting at the homeboys. She's sneaky as hell, freaky as well. She's trying to give up that tail the first week he in jail. If you don't realize the female he trusts in his trouble, there ain't no sense of spot a little bust in his bubble. I'm gonna let him do him and just do what I do. His food would still stay, even if he knew what I knew. Even if he knew that they exist. I've never been close to know they insist. Loyalty over love. Shout out SBI, OCD, Blue Smurf, and shout out OGP Smurf.
Oh, my mama. And for those that are not in the know that know, the author of the lyrics that he was just spitting, myself, he has made it part of his routine on Real Near Radio as an avid SPI enthusiast. I humbly state that he honors me consistently by reciting long portions of my works from years back that I forgot about. So I always appreciate when he wasn't what he did all the time in the beginning, but now as things have evolved and developed, he's seemingly always giving me some acapella raw, is letting me know he hear me, and he's not melanated in the sense of being on application. He's not gonna check black. So it's another appreciation personally for me to even be appreciated by someone that we would consider cross demographic, and he is more loyal, tapped in, on the go, ready for anything I might request, professionally, assistively, without requesting any compensation than anyone I know at this current time in my journey and my experience. So I want to just say thank you, MB, Nickel Bags, Bag of Nickels. They just deleted his original YouTube account because he got a little too active in trolling on my behalf. Because I want those that don't know to know, with no shame, we are some of the active trolls that troll when it comes to trolling, but we're very selective with who we troll and why we troll. On my mama, but he got on some of these bitch boys so hard they shot down his whole YouTube, so he had to come back with another name. But what it do, Blue Jay? We on our way up out of here. It's Real Near Radio.
Man, I want to say to the weed smokers, you know, y'all got to read between the lines of what's going on here in this on this slave ship called America with 3 Ks, you know, and y'all got to really focus and pay attention because this ain't no joke. They trying to eliminate a geographical a melanated people, so they putting a lot of tricks in the game. So y'all got to be very wise and be vigilant and be smart. That's why I get on Black Box, because Spider Loc has a brain that's very, very intelligent. So I can sit up here and listen to the Lokester. This ain't because he can rap or he a rapper or he from the West Coast. Nah, cuz it's very intellectual, and now I can see why him and Nip was so close, because their brains were compatible. So we have that same type of mind state, and we leaders of men. So you keep leading, cuzzo, but I want y'all to read between the lines.
On my mama, just because the homie Blue Jay, who always be on deck in a true way, went big on the between the lines for the last hour or so. Almost played it, told him I wasn't gonna play it, and it's quite applicable for the moment. We gonna get up out of here like this. Just want to remind y'all, don't get mad, get money, be about your M's, your marathon, your masculinity, your morals, your money at all costs. Love life in the process. It's always about the quickest way to the bottom line. Oh my mama, and we definitely constantly have to, in every instance, read between the lines. There is a phrase that you've heard. There's more than meets the eye. It's the Transformers. Guess what? It's always more than meets the eye. And if, just if, by chance, you encounter something that is totally genuine as it appears, then the fact that that's true also indicates it can stand the test of you trying to figure out if it's more than meets the eyes, because to every rule there is an exception. So when we say there's always more than meets the eyes, there are exceptions to each rule. And those that are in the pocket of life that are only looking for the jewels and are dedicated to making sure you have a unique experience in life and only accepting the exceptions, when you think you have encountered exception, don't be fearful to test it, try it, because if it is indeed a true exception, it will stand the test of the times. Oh my mama, till next time, VJ Keyway, love y'all, read between the lines.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
on the set, could've swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you coming in places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter gotta write a future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You landed fat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. Wanna catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers, whole world follow us. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buzzers on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy serves immediately on ease. These weenies be nerve dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. It turned us into murderers and then the deserters. Number one lesson I learned in the pen: when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, Classified most faded, the low gon' be satisfied to all his folks made it. It's Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Big homie talking about he need half of that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard's having that. You imagine that? Can you see the sun? Tell me who gon' lead the blind? Why they lead the blind? Am I wrong? Cause I'm all about me and mine. Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil times you believe, can you see the sun? Tell me who gon' lead the blind? Why they lead the blind? Am I wrong? Cause I'm all about me and mine. Niggas better catch on, read between the lines.
Yeah, nigga. Still double ballin' on these nigga though. Run around with that 40 by my lonely though, nigga. Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend. Ride around town with that 40, nigga, by my lonely. Can't trust these niggas, cause most of these niggas acting phony. Talking about my day one nigga, he used to be the homie. Started at the sandbox, till he started acting funny. First I gave the trust until the nigga tried to pop me. Caught him at the corner, had that nigga looking sloppy. Put numbers on the scoreboard, check the autopsies. Them hollow points will blow up, they got me bustin' like a Nazi. I swore to my soul that I'd never trust again. Got that 40 on my lap, that's my only real friend. I swore to my soul that I'd never trust again. Got that 40 on my lap, that's my only real friend. Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend.
I wrote this verse to Ashante, blowing on some Mary Jane, feeling like Scarface, money over everything, married to the moolah, a millionaire mind frame, the grind and the shine, hurt they head like a migraine. Just me and you, fresh off the lot in a fresh Benz. It's kinda like we go together and we best friends. Ain't no bottom bitch like the one I got. The one she put that red dot on, the one gets shot. That's why I keep you close, in case I got a problem. Cause out here in these streets, ain't the place for squabbing. SPI loc, out here chasing whopping. If you try to play him close, that'll make you poppin'. Sleep with you, eat with you. It's like I'll be with you 25-8. They catch me with you. Yep, you know me, ES for death. With a big fat 40, that's my BFF.
Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend.
Oh yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits check the closet. To say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late, tell them run the payment. Executive decisions, check the balance. Time to monetize the talents, I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune, 111 days. Local for my days, 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
I'm the one setting precedents everywhere. Now I'm feeling like I made it. I'm looking up, all my friends are mostly entertainers. I still got street friends, don't get me wrong, but all my friends, I'm in the entertainment door. I'm in that realm now. Now I'm finna start making a lot of legitimate money.
Bitch, you run my name, it come back 100. Ask Big U, Top Dog, whack 100. Suge Knight, both the niggas he happened to drive over. The one that died and the one that survived. Rest in peace, Terry Carter. What up, Bone? It's the perfect type of beef for me to nut up on. Used to holler at the plug like, what up, Holmes? Cop 9 zones, go home and cut up stones. No extras on nothing, just saying what I say. From Compton and LA, ask Cam with a K. Mayo over mustard, whiter than Ajax. And Trag Newport, getting high with AWACS. Nominated most Easty, yes I accept it. Q, Mac and Dub, I'm West Side connected. Used to flood to swap me with my CD copies. Niggas nutty on my block like BG Nike's. All I ever did was keep it hood. All I ever did was keep it G. These niggas ain't never like me. That's something I never understood. All I ever did was keep it hood. All I ever did was keep it G. These niggas ain't nothing like me. That's something I always understood. Family first, nothing over or equal to them. Love my folks from the turf and my peoples from Brim. Industry-wise, the realest from the past to me. Actually, has to be Master P. Keep it a Google, only way I know how to do things. Tour with TD Boy before he had 2 chains. In Georgia with Jeezy and the CTE. Or the son of Easy E and the CPT. Project passion on the mic like I'm giving a speech. Spent weeks on South Beach politicking with me. They used to think I was banging with a decent group, till they left the low hanging when I beef with Snoop. Never sneak this and just speaking the truth. When you shoot from the soul, it gets deep in the booth. I'm a legendary native like CJ Mack. Never left, but tell them haters that the keyway cack. All I ever did was keep it hood. All I ever did was keep it G. These niggas ain't never like me. That's something I never understood. All I ever did was keep it hood. All I ever did was keep it G. These niggas ain't nothing like me. That's something I always understood. Call me crazy, or maybe it's a baby thing. Baby Spider, baby Dre Line, baby Lane. New Orlando before Burris war with Glencoe. Fuck with slow bugs, but his name was Winslow. Should've said with Chris Lighty, got blunted with Fab. Now no one damn near had to run it with Zab. That nigga Puto couldn't do nothing but laugh. Like you a fool, sticking moves, stay up under the jab. Grab a bag of that gag for $1,200 a half. Fuck the world on my handicapped brother's behalf. Hit the road and wear it out for a month and a half. Counting cash, I don't care about nothing but math. Usually I'm all alone with a gun
gods made this shit reality. They don't have the mental capacity to be able to process that type of shit, man.
Sniper in that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be everything that they wanna be.